welcome to this new product launch from FSA Financial Science and Art. This is called QuickPORTFOLIO, and we're really excited to get this launched. It's going to allow you to track a lot of data on a daily basis, know what's going on in your portfolios, know when there's new data in our system so you can check it out and see what it looks like in our valuation model, etc. So it's pretty good. All right, so this is what you should have this in your email. You can set it up to make sure you save it to your desktop, and you're going to get this exact file. There's going to be several portfolios already set up. They're along the bottom here are the tabs. You can just go to the tab. So here's a portfolio called the S&P 500. As you can imagine, it consists of companies in the S&P 500. The S&P TSX Composite, the FSA Small Cap Portfolio, and there's many. We've set up dozens of them here. And you'll be able to set up your own as well. But for now, let's just go over looking at one of these portfolios that already exist. Let's look at the automation portfolio. And they all look exactly the same. They have a list of tickers. They have the company name, the trades in, sector, the last fiscal quarter that we have, market cap. That's the general section here. So let me just highlight the general section. That's the data that is kind of a general in nature. And then we have the next section is corporate performance, which is broken down into return on capital and growth. And we have cash flow IRR with some different time frames here, and with a change in the cash flow IRR, again some different time frames, revenue growth and capital growth in the growth section. And then we have some dividend information, and that's in this section here, and that would be dividend growth, again different time frames on how you want to calculate growth and yield. And then stock market performance and different time frames there. So 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 year. And then the closing price from the night before. We have daily prices. We're always using the previous night's close. So if you're on this system during trading hours, we're not getting real-time quotes. We're the night before. Okay, but our system is more useful for long-term valuations, so it's not really that important for us to have daily, up-to-date or minute-by-minute stock quotes. Okay, and then some valuation metrics. Okay, so every portfolio looks like that, and you can sort on any one of these columns. You can see we've got lots of different color codes. So let's go over here. I think the stock market performance is kind of the one with the most, colors and things that are going on, so they're kind of fun to sort. So I just chose 3 months, and I hit the sort in descending order, so the highest to the lowest. And energy recovery was up 67% in 3 months, and the next one 35, et cetera, et cetera. And you can see it's it's a darker green, gradually getting lighter with the up arrow, and getting lighter and lighter, and eventually it's going to turn to some neutral color. There we go, neutral, and then it turning slightly red all the way to the bottom here, where it gets really dark red. Okay, so you can do that on any column. Very useful to get really quick. Rankings of anything in your portfolio. All right, that's a good start for what an individual portfolio looks like. Okay. Oh, updating. This is very important. This update button here in the upper left-hand corner will give you the latest information. Every day it's new, especially certain variables like the stock market performance obviously changes literally every day. So, you'd want to update that. Corporate performance obviously only changes when there's a new quarter, and we're going to send you out notifications based on your portfolios in email, and you'll know which companies have new data. So we'll get to that in this a little bit down the road in this presentation. Okay, so you want to hit this update. I'll hit it here for now for automation, and you'll see the screen starts flickering a little bit. It's pinging our database and getting the data. Sometimes, like as you can see, ours is saying not responding. It's actually not true. It's just a little problem with the graphics chip in the PC. It's hard to keep up with this data, so it gets a little bit buffered and it says it's not responding, but it actually is. Okay, so don't be alarmed by that. As you can see, it didn't actually take that long. It is a lot amount of data, and it can appear as though your screen is not, or your computer is not responding, but it's actually just a momentary problem. It's actually just a graphics problem more than anything else. Okay, so there we go. We just got the new data for this portfolio, and you would have to do that for each and every portfolio that you want to look at. So, some portfolios you're going to update, maybe daily even. Like if you're that kind of investor and that kind of person. Some of them, you're not going to update them. Like I would not come in here. I certainly would not come every day and update every single portfolio. There's just too many here. Okay, but to make sure you have the latest data, please hit update. Okay, adding a new portfolio. Okay, every single portfolio that already exists has a new portfolio button. And you can hit that. We'll hit that in a moment, but there's also this one. It's my watch list, and it's set up virtually blank. It has one there as an example IBM, but you can just override that. You'll notice that the tickers, let's go to the S&P 500, they do require an extension, okay? So Apple is not just AAPL, but it's AAPL dot NAS. So you do need the dot NAS or NYS or ASE, TSE, TSX, etc. Okay. So now I don't expect you to know which company trades on which exchange, but if you make a mistake, so I'll go make a mistake over here. Let's go to FSA here, and I'll say TJX.NAS. That actually trades on NYS. And when I hit update, you will see that it will be a blank row. Give it one moment as we discuss. Okay, so it's blank. So that ticker must not exist. Now I happen to know that it was, we know it's the NYS because I purposely put NAS. And most of the U.S. ones are either on the New York or the NASDAQ. There are some on the American exchange, the ASE. And in Canada, it's either the TSE or the TSX. Okay. So there you go. Now I updated it with the proper ticker, and away you go. So make sure you get the extension. It's important. Otherwise, you're just going to have blanks. Okay. Oh, we were talking about a new portfolio. You can either start with my watch list, but maybe you fill that one out, and you can change the name of this. You can just kind of go to the bottom here and change name, whatever we'll call it, change name. It'll actually change the name up here automatically, and we'll go from there. Okay. But let's say you fill this out and you want another new portfolio. You go to any one of your portfolios and hit new portfolio. Okay, give it a name, new portfolio, very creative name, and it's going to put it in between. Oh, that name was already taken. Oh, that name was already taken. I didn't realize I already had one with that name, but it actually still created it anyhow. So, okay, new portfolio 2. Okay, there it is. It actually worked, even though there was a little warning. And just start typing in tickers, SAP. Make sure you go in the first box, .TSE, IBM.NYS. Okay, and we will say update. And there you go. And now you have a new portfolio. And then we want to, of course, go to our notifications. Because Of all of these things, you may not want to get notifications when there's new data on all of them. So you hit the notifications button, and you'll see all of your portfolios, even the one we changed the name, new portfolio to change name, etc. Here's all of our portfolios. And you may want to track them, but you may not want to get notifications. Maybe you're just a guy that just doesn't like notifications. So go ahead and turn off any ones that you don't want, and this data will be sent to our database, and we will send you notifications as appropriate. Okay. Deleting a portfolio. Let's go to delete a portfolio. I'm going to take this new portfolios 2 because I don't really want it. It was just created for this demonstration. And you just use a normal Excel function and right-click on the bottom of the tab, hit delete, and confirm, delete, yes. Okay, go back to notifications, and you'll see it's no longer in the list. Okay, so we're perfect there. We're going to do this change name. Sorry, everything's on. That's the way I want mine. I'm going to change this back to my watch list. Okay, and back to notifications. Just check. Perfect. My watch list. And that's QuickPORTFOLIO in a nutshell. I'm going to close the file. Once you close it, it will automatically take your notifications. Make sure you save it. And it will send all of these notifications to our database, and you'll get the notifications as appropriate. Let's go look at the notifications actually in an email that I've already been doing internally. Okay, so here's an FSA alert that I got the other day. And you'll see all of my portfolios here that have data. So the S&P 500, these 3 companies had new data. This S&P TSX Comp, etc. You can see which ones had new data. So I know they had a new quarter. So that, if I'm tracking these companies, I'm going to be pretty excited to find out there's new data. Okay? I hope that helps. I hope you're excited about this. If you have any questions, please get in touch with us. And we'll talk to you soon.